Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Gamion. I will be your game developer for this evening. I'm doing a special Friday evening local time stream. I just felt like getting a little bit of work done and uh, getting my way closer to the next playtest update. I've been developing this online multiplayer soccer brawler for the past 4 years called Field of Heroes in my spare time. And and Mega Kitty's back. Let's all say hello to Mega Kitty. Not her butt. There we go. See, she knows how to party on a Friday night. So anyway, yeah, I'm working on an online multiplayer soccer brawler. Hope to have it out. I'd say mid next year. I was targeting March, but I don't think it's going to be ready in time. I'm definitely not going to be ready for next fest. And I mean, sure, it looks like a lot of fun, but there's a lot of bugs creeping under the dirt that you may not notice in the videos, but I know is there and needs to be fixed. As well as more content needs to be added as well. Typically, I stream on Monday evenings, but just felt like doing a little bit of work today. I don't know how long I'll stream for. Also, welcoming other indie developers as well, not just programmers, but artists, sound developers, sound designers, artists, everyone who is working on their own projects. Been spending so much time kind of pushing my own stuff. I'd like to hear more about what everyone else is working on, and just kind of switch it, relax a bit, getting near the holidays, getting more festive, just more relaxed. So anyway, I'm going to work starting with improving one of the heroes who has an ability. So you can be one of 9 heroes in this game. This is one of them. This is the Elementalist, who has a wave attack. However, there's some issues with it. Not the least of which that it's really hard to see the preview on green terrain. In fact, if I change this grid, actually, let's run her up here, and let's see how the preview looks. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It blends in pretty good. Now you can see it here, but when you're on the field, it's a lot harder. So I'm gonna do something about this. Maybe I do want to keep the green. Maybe what I need to do is make these a little bigger, and maybe more of a burst. Let's have a look at that. More burst effects. So we're going to Tone Day, and then Abilities. Wave Goodbye is the name of it. And let's look at the player aiming. Okay, yep, and actually there's this, and then there's the actual blueprint for it. And this is where we actually want to make our change. Yeah, so, alright, so let me replay that. How do I do that? And then restart. I guess I can't restart it. Well, you notice that it started off as kind of a small splash and then it got bigger. I want to make it bigger right away. So we're going to start with that first. So let's look at the particle system. And let's kind of replay that. Yeah, see, it starts small, like that. And then it gets bigger. I want to start those other effects sooner. So let's set these aside. And let's get these all arranged, like so. and then let's see what properties we got. Maybe, and see, these are all just not the best names. So let's hide these and we'll start bringing them back in one by one. Okay, so that appears right away, so that's not the problem. Yeah, it's hardly even see that. Wait, this one start later? I don't think that's it. And honestly, I hardly even see some of these. Let's look at this one. Yeah, maybe this was the one that I was thinking. Yeah, that was a late start. Let's fix that. Let's look at the spawn rate, spawn delay. Maybe it's the color that needs... Ah, maybe this is it. No, maybe the color. No, that's 1. Oh, alpha is 1. So that looks right. Size looks right. Lifetime. Is there maybe a delay? And the alpha looks right. Unless maybe I have the alpha in reverse. I'd highly doubt that. Mesh size looks right. Whatever the dynamic material parameters have to do with it. No. Braxton Wise, welcome. Yep, I saw you lurking earlier. All right. Yeah, I saw you were doing the Santa frogs. How's that coming along? Okay. I mean, everything looks like, unless it's the particle itself. Oh, okay. Is there something about this material that may not be... No, it looks right. Material user, no. So why is this fountain not starting right away? Yeah, so this is how Unreal Engine does their particle systems. Let me get you kind of a bigger view or easier view of that. So this is, each particle system has one or more emitters. Each emitter will show something like that. Now I'm trying to make this thing emit right from the start and not wait until the first whole second. There's probably something very simple I'm missing here, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. So maybe, what is it? Spawn rate is 1. Usually it's in the spawning parameters. Put this in offset. Yeah, still not showing. In progress today? Excellent. What is this? Dynamic material parameters. Okay. Custom alignment. Oh, everything looks right. I don't know why it's not showing in the first second. There's no delay. Clear lifetime. Sprite size is uniform. So we don't scale anything. I'll take these out. See how it looks. No, still now it just doesn't show up at all. It may be with initialized particle. Lifetime is 3 seconds, starts at 0. Yeah, kill particles lifetime is elapsed. That should be right. if there's a setting outside of this emitter that is affecting things. Let's turn this all back on. Loop duration's 5. It ought to be 3, really. Okay, that's not it. Yeah, warm-up time. It's nothing. Okay. All right. Yeah, it didn't fix it. Look at that material again. Everything looks right. Well, if I assign a burst, then it works. But I don't know, still feel like that's not the fix for it. Let me see how it looks in the level now. Okay, so now it does appear immediately. Let's turn these all back on. Oh wow, what happened here? Oh, let's play it. Alright, so now let's see how it looks. Okay, so now it's pretty instant. Almost. There's another one that I think is not spawning right away. Let me hide these. So this one's working. Let's look at this one. That one looks like it needs a burst too. Looks like I can't do this one. Here we go. Spawn burst instantaneous. Oh, it's disabled. All right, let's try that. Okay. See how that looks. Yeah, that was one I think needed it too. So let's put these all together. Okay, that's more visible now. What can we do to make it even more visible than before? Do they need to be raised up at all? Let's see. Maybe they need to be higher away from the floor. So, go here. Do I have a setting for that? Oh, no, I don't. So, we want to do particle, height from floor, or just height. And let's make that 40. See if that looks any better. It's kind of hard to see. Can't pause it, can't F8. Definitely more visible. Okay, I think I'm going to roll with that. I think it's definitely an improvement over what we had before. Could even... What else can I do here? Maybe I can add a few more particles. Yeah, I think we're okay. And then what I want to do is make it faster. So, got a lot of action on the field. There's an enemy like right here and they're running. I want to release. And that's over a second, almost over a second before it gets there. So I need to speed that up. So let me save this one change. All right, say tone day, wave goodbye. Preview is now more visible. Okay, now we're going to speed up the actual attack. And part of that begins with speeding up the animation to make it appear. So let's look at the summon animation here. At first, I think I want to speed this up. Whoa. What is this? Oh, that was the flash of hand. Okay. That's, I think, the hand flash. Oh, wait. There's nothing here. Oh, that's an old... Oh yeah, that's deprecated. Okay. So this doesn't even work anymore. So we'll save that. And this is where it spawns, when our hand is out at the max. I'm gonna change this to be... I'm gonna make this faster. Play rate 1.5. No, wait, we want 2.5. And then our hand is there. That's when it's gonna spawn. So it should spawn 0.26 seconds after... no, that's too... No, we need to do that sooner. It doesn't have to be when our hand is fully out. We can just spawn it right away, like at the 0.15 second mark. So there's a target. But now it still takes like time to get there, so we're gonna speed that up. So let's go, and this we have to do it from the emitter itself. We're gonna do a little cleanup. I can't, where's all this stuff? So this one's not even in use here. Move this aside. Yeah, this is from the marketplace, so sometimes they're very well named, other times not so much. But which is which? What does what? And how do we make it faster? Can I increase the overall play rate somehow? Wave start, wave velocity. Oh, is it the velocity I want to change or something else? Oh, what's this? Okay. Alright, let's see what happens when I double this. Oop. No, that changes the range. I don't want that yet. So we just go back to this. Yeah, I want to keep that distance. I just want to speed it up. And how do I do that? So maybe I have to change the duration. Maybe I can cut all the durations of these by half. Loop duration. What if we made these? What if we cut these in half? Let's take this first one here. Let's make this... First of all, let's look at the full duration. Loop duration. I think this is for the full system. Duration system life cycle. So I want to cut this in half. Okay. Now we're going to go to each one of these. See what happens when we make their duration shorter. And this one we don't care about. I'll just do that too. Alright, so in this preview, let's see how this looks in the level. I want to know if this affects the distance traveled. Not really seeing that speed improvement. Let's make it faster. What if we set this to... what do we got the emitter at? We got this to 2.5. That was down from 5. What Unreal Vision are you using? New and fiddling the software on my end. I am using 5.6. I do have 5.7. I have not started integrating yet. That is, I'm gonna make another release, well, another update on Steam, and then to fix all the problems from the last playtest. And after that's done, I'm gonna probably upgrade after that. All right, so these are all gonna be, so root duration is 2.5. If I cut these everything in half again, the loop duration is 2.5. Wait, I thought I made these 2. Okay. Let's make those 2. So if I cut it in half again, so let's go here, 1.25. And then you go back to everywhere else and cut that in half. See, I want to know, will this make it shorter or will it make it faster is the question. I'm just not seeing a difference. Also, let's look at the range. So here's a full range. Let's say it ends at the... let's say it ends at like right here. Okay, that's right. It just still seems slow. Yeah, and we got everything down to a second. Like, you'd think the whole... Well, let's see, oh, yeah, about a second. So let's change the whole... Let's go back to this. 1.25. Okay. Maybe a full second's still too long. Maybe I need to be thinking sub-second. Alright, let's cut it in half again. Let's see. That's what I thought. Now go through all of these. Okay. See how this looks. Well, that's interesting. All right, let me go back to what was the full time on this? 0.625. All right, so we got everything. It's half a second. Let's see how this looks. Oh, it stopped. Okay, so now what if I adjust these? Oh, that was weird. So let's change the wave start to 0. Wait, what if we keep it at 1200? Or negative 1200? Okay, that's what I want. problem, though, is they... So the problem with this, though, is the space. You can see the spaces in between them. Not sure I like that. Let's see that again in a slow motion. Yeah. Well, alright, wasn't really visible that time. Yeah, that was visible. Now let's make sure we still respect the range of the effect. End at the C. Okay. Yeah, the distance between them. Can I control how many there are on the scene? Yeah, like what's... Alright, let's play the timeline. Okay. So, there we go. Now, what if I don't know which of these is... Yeah, so I got these spaces here. I want to see if I can't... so let me... I forget which of these are the large fountains. The large ones. Let's see. Oh, was that it? Oh, wow. Okay. Then what can we do here? Spawn count 2. It's instant. What about the other spawn? Duration 5. I have to double that. So that was 2. What if I made it 20? 200? No. I almost think that tethers everything together. Ah, that's what I was looking for. Right here. Initialize particle. What about the size? Uniform size, alright. So that's 20. We can make this... What if we double the size? How does that look? Nah, No, I still see the... No. Mesh random scale. Maybe I need to make the min bigger. Oh, I think that helps. Zoom out a bit. Yeah, I think that helped. You know, let's make the max a little bigger. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, let's see how that looks in the game. Oh, yeah, still got them, okay, I didn't see it that time. It's better. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on curved surfaces. That, I don't know if I'll be able to handle that. Yeah, that was definitely a gap there. All right, let me make the minimum a little bigger. We'll bring this to 20. Hi, Red Dev, welcome. Thanks for so much for the raid. Looked like you were really into some development there. And Mr. Human, welcome as well. So for those of you who are here the first time, I am Gamion. I'm developing an online multiplayer soccer brawler. Been at it for my free time for the past 4 years, and hoping to get it out middle next year if all goes well. Just making some tweaks from the last playtest I had on Wednesday, actually. And for those of you who are new, I'd like to show you how it looks so far. I'm just going to play one really quick match just to get you an idea of what it's like. Additionally, if you are also a software developer, whether it be even if it's not games, I'd like to hear what you're up to and tell us a bit about your project in chat. Because I've been spending so much time trying to push my own game and trying to push my own projects that I'm just kind of getting a little tired of that. So I still have a lot of marketing work to do, but let me go ahead and get the volume up here. But I'd still like to hear about your everyone else's projects too. And let me turn the music on. And let me give you a little more visibility on the game. It's gonna do a quick match. So yeah, it's a pick up and play 5v5 PvPvE soccer brawler. You can be 9 different hero classes, 3 defensive, which are more slower, but they're stronger and ideal for defense. You got midfield support. They will buff your heroes and they will help you run the ball to the other side. And then you have your offensive heroes who make the scores. But you can play as offense no matter which class you are if you want. So it's up to you. And this is on Steam Playtest. You can visit the store page and just request a key, and you'll be given it within 12 hours typically. And here we go. Problem is I know how to fool my own AI. But when there's more human players in the game, then it's a lot harder. Oops. So yes, each hero has a weapon and 3 abilities. You saw the dash earlier. Now I'm going to use my turret. The turret will attack opponents. Oh, nice. And my other ability is a spike trap. It will slow them down in their tracks. Like that. And it takes the ball away, too. Oh, they got me. Oh, look at how spite right there. Nice. So the AI act as backfills when there aren't enough human players to play. And with quick max, you just jump right in, and you can change heroes mid-game. I'm going to switch from this player to the Were-Orc. So this is more melee character, but in this game, you can be either melee or ranged and still have a fun experience. Like I have a melee fight right here. Oh. And again, this is made with Unreal 5.6. It will be 5.7 by release time. So it's right now it's just me in the game, but it does support 5v5 humans. And what happens is the AI backfills the field, so you're never playing alone. Well, you're playing alone, but you're not playing by yourself. So that way, in doing this, I believe will solve the problems I'll probably have later on of empty queues. I don't want players waiting 20 minutes to play the game. So now I'm going to show you the power of the were-orc at its finest. I transformed, and now I'm going after enemies. Got him. Oh yeah, that is satisfying. And the beautiful part is, yeah, if you go to the Steam page and request to join the playtest, you'll be off and running just as soon as I approve the request. Oh. Do you level up the class you play? No, there's no leveling up currently. But I am open to suggestions and ideas. I'm kind of more of the model, kind of the MOBA, well, I should say the hero shooter model, where you don't really gain levels, but you do gain notoriety, and you gain levels, but you don't power up with your leveling up. Now I know certain MOBAs do that, and that's pretty cool. But I think for now, I'm going to do without the powering up with levels, and we'll see how it goes. And I think one thing about that is it helps to kind of, not doing it helps to create an even play field. So if you're a new player, you're going to be the same level as an experienced player as far as stats go, and so they don't have too much of an edge on you. I think was it World of Tanks? I think oh, that was cool. Had has leveling like that, and I think you can even see some of the level numbers. And I'm always discouraged when I'm a new player and I see like a high level, tank. I don't even bother. Oh, oh, it may not be a shutout. Oh, maybe it will be. Oh, yeah, threw a wall in front of her. So, but the game does have MVP and accolades if you for human players, of course. And those will stay with your Steam stats. Each time you get MVP, all your goals, assists, takedowns, saves, those are all saved with your stats, and those are permanent on Steam. Ooh, wait, let's see. Yeah, it looks like it froze up. Oh, or not. There we go. So I'm going to do one more quick match. I'm going to be support, to show you what the support heroes are like. And I'll show you the variety of fields that we have too. So this field has a meta game. There's actually a sandworm in the field. Oh, nice. Oh, no, you just missed it. Actually, the next update will have a bit of an improvement to the AI goalies, just a little bit, even down to the footprints I'm making in the sand. Get over there. Okay, I'm going to support my team with a buff. Oh, I just got tornadoed, and there's a sandworm. Oh, too late. Red team got him now. The red team got the sandworm, so now I'm getting sucked into the sand trap here. And it's gone. Oh, that was fun. All right, I'm going to buff my teammate. There. Now my teammate's faster and stronger, and that's going to give them the edge. And I can also mute my enemies so they can't cast spells. There. Now they're muted so they can't cast spells for a few seconds. Oh, and they're down. And there's a sandworm again. Come on, we want to get the... Yes. And now the enemy's going to get sucked in. So these metagames are... They were inspired by Heroes of the Storm, but they are not intended to like be game changers necessarily. When you die, do you have to wait longer and longer to get up or anything? No. But here's what happens. If you get incapped 5 times, you will have to wait 6 seconds-ish, and then you'll respawn at your goal, at your home goal. In fact, I only got 2 pips left, so I'll show you that. See here, last takedown before respawn. So I'm gonna die on purpose and show you what happens. Okay, so now I'm long respawn wait, and now I'm back at the goal. So if I was over on the other side, I have to go all the way back, and that's by design. Although waiting longer per incap is not a bad idea. I'll have to think on that. The teleport is I love the teleport and the pips, but waiting a little longer each time sounds tempting. Oh, because it disincentivizes players from just running into the field of running into death all the time. All right, I can buff my teammate again. Oh yeah. Reset after a goal still sounds... Yeah, that's true. Could reset after a goal. Oh, and by the way, you can change characters again. So I'm going to switch to the Dragoon. Now, he's a defensive player. Now, check this out. A defensive player tends to have more armor and stronger attacks. But, however, a defensive hero also has a longer incap time. Oh, there's a sandworm again. So when I get incapped, I'm down for 1 extra second because I'm a defensive hero. So what that means is if you're a goalkeeper and then you get knocked down, that's 1 extra second you're on the ground. So you got to be careful. All right, now I'm going to use my attack on him. Oh, now I got the ball. You take it. Watch this. Fire-breathing wyvern. And I got knocked down. Drop a power up when it dies. Well, the sandstorm is kind of the team level power up in a way. Oh no, you don't. Watch this. Oh, that needs to summon faster. I forgot to do that with the Dragoon. It takes that wyvern too long to summon. I'm gonna fix that as soon as this is over. So yeah, again, this game won't be officially released until middle of next year. Because I need a lot of work done on the balancing. I need more playtesters to give me more feedback like yours. Alright, Dev, thanks for thanks for the raid, and have a good dinner, and I'll see you online. Oh. Oh. Oh, and we got it again. Yeah, he's getting sucked in. Oh, you don't. Have some fire. I had to have more flames on the ground, too. Oh, oof. And we won. Yeah, so you can be the Dragoon. I'm actually making him better, a more effective player. Next update, he will be better. So that is Field of Heroes. And before I go back to full-on development mode, I want to give a shout-out to iRedDev. Thanks so much for rating. And on this channel, we roll out the red carpet for our viewers. We play a clip. And there's no clip. There we go.
This one around as well. And the clay just clipped out of the stupid submarine. So technically, I'm not in the water. Are you serious, dude? I cannot get into the submarine, huh? Can I save this somehow? No, I can't. I don't have the resources to get out of this situation. I'm dead. Wait, what? Thank you, game. I thought I was dead. Yeah, I can see.
So again, if you want a wish list or just go ahead and join the playtest, go ahead and visit the store page. And again, if those of you here are also game developers, feel free to sound off on your project. I'd be happy to take a look at it on stream, even if you got something that's playable, or you just want to show off a video or something. Because again, spending a lot of time marketing my game, and I'm just gonna get kind of tired of it. Um, so just all the spamming, and well, it feels like spamming, but I'm actually throttling a lot. Not posting every day, but posting just enough where it doesn't get forgotten. All right, so we're back, and I was just making this ability work better for our elementalist. Also, I think they're offense, but they have some pretty good buffs there. So let's do this attack. All right, do that again. Yeah, I think that looks fine. It looks bigger too. Did I make it bigger? Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, that's definitely looks better to me. Because this problem was this was like twice, 3 times as slow, and it just didn't look good. But now it feels better. It goes faster. So I'm going to save that change. Just as soon as I make them a tiny bit smaller. Where's my scale factor? That's it. So I make these a tiny bit smaller. Say 18, 25. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, that's fine. So let's say, wait, did I change this? No, I didn't. We're going to say Tondy wave goodbye is now twice as fast. That's good. Now, I want to go back to that Dragoon earlier and fix it so his other dragon appears faster. So here, let's summon the dragon. Here's the preview so you can aim and go like this. Yep, so that needs to be a little faster. Thanks so much, Victory Gaming. Every little bit helps. I haven't broken out until I've only gotten about 270 wish lists right now since May. Haven't had that breakout yet. All right, so 1. Yeah, that needs to be faster. So let's start looking at the animation. So let's go to Goothorn, Abilities, Dragoon Jump. No, not Dragoon. I fixed that earlier, actually, to make that faster now, too. We want Wyvern Wing. So what the Wyvern Wing does is it knocks the ball out of an opponent's hand, and it does damage over time. So the opponent should run away, typically. So let's go to the casting animation first. Alright, so first thing I notice, it takes... Alright, so this is the sound it plays when he summons. Oh, let's put the music back on, shall we? It plays the sound about a quarter of a second. Oof. Now we want to spawn that faster. The actor spawned half a second after I pressed the button to spawn it. That's That's not good. What I'll have to do instead is bring these in faster. So let's, the animation speed can be moved too. Let's make this 2. And then we're going to just pull these in much sooner. Much, much sooner. So now we're talking 1/10 of a second. Because we want immediacy with this. So let's see how this looks. 1/10 of a second spawn. Let's see that again. Oh, that's way better. But I want to have the Dragoon come down, or the Wyvern come down faster. So let's look at that. And I noticed the shadow was on the ground, and then just disappeared. So let's go back to Wyvern Wing. This is the blueprint. You're making a game so hard to define. Basically, a story-driven tavern manager with a strategic auto-battler dungeon. See, I played Tavern... Well, I've seen Tavern Manager simulators before. But I haven't seen one that has that mechanic. Auto-battler dungeon for loot. Interesting. I'm getting vibes of the Darkest Dungeon, too. If you combine Darkest Dungeon with a tavern simulator, I could see, I guess, off the top of my head, I'd be interested in the story. Yeah, really in the story most of all. Because there's a lot of potential for story there. Yeah, I mean the half-baked way to do it would just be, hey, here's your tavern, now go to the dungeon and get some barley or something. But this could be so much more than that. I like it. Yeah, so do you have do you, yeah, no demo, okay. Do you have a place where you post art or progress? Let's see, he's affecting heroes, so looking at where does he come, where's Wyvern Ring come down? Wyvern Mesh. You put some pics in your Discord? Okay, go for it. Let's see what the art style is. Okay, here's the timer that flies it in. Okay, so that is just a curve. Oh, hidden location to visible. All right. And how long is this curve? That's over, oh, 0.6 seconds. No, it's got to be 0.3 seconds. Got to fix that. You can't have immediacy in this game. The abilities, like everything's happening so fast. Delayed abilities just don't work in this game. So let's do that. And the hidden location, 2,000. Let's do 3,000. He'll come down way faster, shoot down practically. All right, let's see how this looks. Whoa! All right, that's too fast. And it's not graceful. He just bam. He hit the ground too fast. So let's go back to 22,000 and let's see how it looks. That's okay. So let's smooth the arrival. So here's the alpha curve. Let's bring it in a little slower. Like maybe, yeah, more like this. Kind of smooth it. Or no, other way. So we'll do more like this. Or maybe we don't need this point. What if we took this? No, yeah, we do. Bring this up. Just kind of curve it up. Have a smooth landing. Like maybe like this. Smooth landing. Yeah, let's see how this looks. This might work better. Oh, it's so fast though. It's hard to tell. Alright, let's bring this about the halfway point. Yeah, let's try this. It may just be too fast. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. And that is the come in. So let's increase this to 0.4. No, it's got to be instant. More like this. I guess maybe this does work. Or what if we do it like this? They come down fast, but then slow down. Like that. Okay, I see it in the dev show and tell. Quick test, and then we'll look at it. Maybe just 0.35. All right, show and tell. For this in the pics taken from cell phone. Okay, let's go from top to bottom here. Okay, so you got character, you got the tavern. Character sheet. Now, is this for the player or is this for the raiders? Player, okay. Does the player also go in the dungeons too? He unlocks. Oh no, okay. Here we go. Mortality. Morale. Oh yeah, morale. Mortality, accuracy, calm, turnover. Okay. You got the okay, wait staff. Okay, so that's the wait staff. Memory. Yeah, this would be 21 would be me if I were wait staff, because I just have trouble. There's so much knowledge accumulated through game development, and I just can't remember a lot of it. Okay, and then you buy your essentials. Is this in Unity? Godot? Okay. The font looks a little bit like Unity to me. So, but yeah, I'm seeing a lot of new games coming through Godot, and it's definitely a powerful engine. Also, it's not super new, but I just haven't seen a lot of it until maybe last year or the year before. Then it's popped up. Godot games popped up everywhere. From my perspective. Okay, best buds in the house. So, as your tavern, are you gonna have like the clients and the guests making messes on the floor? Yeah, that's why I want cleaner or 8. Yeah. Well, I like a Let's Plays where they let the guests make messes and the whole place is all a big mess. I like when they do that. It's freezing outside, yeah. Cool. How long have you been working on this so far? A little over 3 months? Okay, what? That's a lot in 3 months. Yeah, I'm usually, it takes me a while to prototype things, but that's probably because in the past, like, I guess a long time ago, I just throw things together super fast as I could. But now, because I've been working on games so long, both in an indie and a AAA capacity, I think a lot about like the under the hood, clean code, robust organizing, what to name things and all that, and it slows me down sometimes. Do you ever stream your development? No, it looks like you do. Okay. Well, then take my follow, and I might catch you online when you stream again. So I'm in the central time zone in Texas, USA. So yeah, I'll probably if I'm not at work and I'm able to make it, then I'll catch you in my on Twitch. Okay. So well, that'll look cool. And yeah, just go ahead again. I'll got your follow and let me give you a shout out. Let's see if there's any clips you got. No real clips putting the bones in. Yeah, I still have clips from like several years ago that where my game looked a lot worse than it does now. So I really need to clean those up. Trying making the combat system. Gotcha. All right, let's see how this change looks now. I could live with that. I mean, the immediacy is important. It does look a little better, even with just like with that little slightly increase in time. Yeah, I like that. That's better. Let me save that. By the way, does the Godot have, or do you have source control, and do you use it? So I use Plastic SCM. Well, it was Plastic SCM, and then Unity bought it. So it works well for my purposes. I'm again one developer, so no resource contention. Wyvern wing appears faster. Playtest area, yeah. So the playtest area is called a gym. That's the industry term we use, is a gym. And gyms are where we test all kinds of stuff. So their gyms are ranging from like everything, testing everything, and these are like monster gyms that take a long time to load, but they're there for everything. This is kind of like that, but there's not much to it. This isn't a monster game, as it were, despite it is complicated, but yeah, you can make mods but no true source control. Okay. You may want to make sure that you have at least a backup system, and if there's other Godot developers who do use a form of source control, may want to mention something. So, but yeah, so I can change my team, and I can be invincible for a second, and I can also incap myself when I'm not invincible. I forgot how long this. Okay, yeah, incap. Damage up, damage down. Make myself faster. Oh, yeah, there we go. So it's faster now. Damage up. It's just loading some of the particle systems. That's my damage is up. See the weapons glowing. So yeah, these are. So I spent like a few months kind of adding all these triggers, testing them one by one for every hero, making it all work. So here's what I'm working on now. So this is notes I took from the last playtest on this past Wednesday, actually. So alt tabbing to another window, freezing the game is one. This one is hard to repro, but I want to try and fix it. Latency issues. We had a player with 180 ping, and it was not too pleasant. The nice thing is Unreal Engine lets you simulate lag, so that'll be really helpful. The hosting player ping is always 0, and technically their ping is 0 because they're the host, but it doesn't look good on the interface. Speeding up the pounce is done now. Catch the wave is okay. Well, heck, I guess that takes care of the major issues. So I fixed all of these bugs for the playtest. And the general ratings of the game right now were, myself included, I gave it a 7 out of 10. About six and sevens, which feels about right. The last playtest were 8s, but one playtest you got no bugs, next playtest you got 10 bugs. That's just the way. That's just life. So what I can do now is maybe after the stream, I'm going to make a packaged build and then put it up on Steam, and then everyone who has the playtest copy can. How do you combat host ping versus challenger lag? Is the host random? So yes, the host is first come first serve. If you try to find a game and nobody is playing, then you spin up your own server, and people will find it. And so, yeah, so the player's host. And the reason for that is that I cannot afford a dedicated server farm. So player host. And I'm not the only game that does this, by the way. Other games have player hosts as well. Now, everything is a trade-off. So I'm trading off security for not having to pay for a server farm. Do I group by location? No. Right now, there's so few players in the playtest that right now, if your paying is under 300, then you're going to join the game. I do not have matchmaking as we know it in major games. There's skill-based matchmaking. I have no such matchmaking yet. But yeah, I think even a 200 ping, I think I want to be able to have a good experience with 200 pings. But yeah, 180 is kind of getting kind of racky. So maybe I can. Oh yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to do. Slogbog needs the logs are jittery. That's why I need to fix that. So let me try to simulate a laggy game right now, because I kind of want to do that anyway to show you. So this is the vanilla field. Not really a meta game to it, just some obstacles. So when I'm playing solo, this is totally offline, no networking involved. But you got to wait a moment for the editor to load all the heroes. So we got to wait for that. Yeah, preference for ping. Yeah, there's going to be waiting on that. So I was thinking of maybe having players host themselves and say, no games were found. We'll try again in 15 seconds. Okay, so here it is, no latency. Obviously, it's a very smooth experience, except for the choppiness loading shaders, loading animations, in the editor only. This isn't a problem in the published game. This is only editor stuff you have to mess with. Loading, lazy loading animations. I only preload some things, but not others. That preloading, you got to balance it. On one hand, you don't want to make players wait an extra 15 seconds to load everything. But on the other hand, you don't want to have a lot of what's called hitching in your game, where the game is smooth and then you get a freeze, and then it's smooth again, and then a freeze. So you got to find the right balance for that, and think about memory usage. Do you need everything all at once? In this game, you're going to almost always have all 9 heroes, and their abilities will happen most of the time. So yeah, I'm still balancing that actually. So anyway, so we've done that. Now let's do client, play as client. So now the Unreal Editor is going to host a hidden server, and then I'm going to be a pure client on it. And I'm going to now simulate latency, enable network emulation, 30 to 60 millisecond pings. So let's see how this looks. So now we've preloaded most of the stuff already. Now we're going to play 30 to 60 ping. And let's see how it looks. And I found that performance is actually worse than the ping should be in the simulation mode. And I love this feature, by the way. So let's see how it looks with latency. What is my ping? 250? Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. So he teleported a little bit. Let's get a better view. 300 ping. No, this would look a lot worse on 300 ping, I'm sure of it. I think that ping's wrong. Oh, all right. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that jitter right there. Okay, see, I'm kind of teleporting around very... If you look carefully, you can kind of notice. Oh yeah, there's like almost a quarter-second delay for my summon. Oh, look at that. Oh, thanks for the follow. So, now, actually, this is not as bad as I thought it was going to be honest. For 287 ping. Drop packets and all. Oh, yeah. But still, you can tell. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, the jitter there. It was worse than the playtest, though. So... Yeah, oh yeah, rubber banded there. I missed him. So how do I deal... So, the first thing I'm going to do to deal with that is upgrade to Unreal 5.7. Maybe there's optimizations they have that I can take advantage of. So, yeah, that's how it would look under a high latency environment, and I want it to be better. Because the way I see it, a lot of games do, especially TF2, Team Fortress 2, they do pretty well when you have like a 250 ping or 200 ping. I mean, they do their best. It's not perfect, but it's playable. And I want mine to be playable too. With the power of the engine at my hands, I know I know Unreal gets a lot of heat for poorly optimized games, but really it's the tool. It's a tool. You got to use the tool right, and I want to use it right. So, all right. Anyway, so and there are performance meters. There are ways to tell how I can improve my usage of the networking. So that takes us to the slog bog. As a matter of fact, I want to see how the slog bog has these log rides that players will run into and get knocked over. So I'll show you. Oh yeah, I got to fix these particles too. Look at this. Okay, now notice how the log ride is fairly smooth. I'll wait for it one more time. I don't want it. Go, you take it. Okay. They got knocked down. All right, now let's see the log ride under latency. Play as client, and then we'll throw in the emulation, terrible network simulation. Strictly pick up, or do you have solo co-op story? No, there's no story mode. If there were, I might do DLC for that, but I'm probably not, because I need everyone who's playing. I would prefer they be in quick matches. So, all right, here we go. Oh yeah, see the log ride jitter now. I love this art, by the way. I got my art. The art was done by Meta 3D Studios. I commissioned them 4 years ago almost to do all the artwork. Okay, here we go. Let's watch for... Yep, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, it was terrible. I'm not getting the hottest frame rate either, now that I think about it. Yeah, that's just awful. So, I want to fix that. So that is found... Log ride. So we'll see how that works. Tick. Pause. Current path time, is that replicated? Oh, it is replicated. So here's what I'm going to do. The log ride is replicated. Oh, you want to see cool? I'll show you the ultimate cool in a minute. So here's how it works right now. There's the log ride. And it uses... the server will tell the client where the log is at all times. And that's why you get that jitter. That's why it's all shaky and terrible. What I'm going to do is make it so instead, the server will send one message to the clients saying, reset the log ride and start it from the top. And then the clients will get that message and then just guide the log down themselves. So we're going to try that. We're going to see if we can make that work. Now this works for late joiners too, but so we may need to have a late joiner interface on this. So let me do something real quick before I forget. Let's do late joiner. Oh, I forgot how wait joiner works, so I'll have to not do that yet. Let me remove that interface. No, actually, I'll add it and do it later. Okay, so now there's the path. It's paused. Calculated spline. So we're going to probably enable actor tick for everybody. Oh, it's not valid. Okay. So initial delay is paused. Okay. So that's just the initial delay. And it looks like everybody is pinging. So let's look at the current path time. How's that used? So here the server is setting it. You know what? I think before I make any changes, I'd better make a copy of it. I have source control for sure, but I want to go back to this if I need to look. And let me show you the cool area real quick. This is the inside a volcano field. I like this one a lot. So, yep, that's Volcano 1. That is in the current playtest, actually. Alright, so back to the log ride. I may just have to tear out a bunch of the stuff and if it's really going to look right. Cache this path. Cache the spline path. From path actor, and then disable ticks. Must run server and clients. Initial delay seconds. It's paused. Is this replicated? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm really going to tear this one up. In fact, I better restart the editor. I got a better idea. I'm not going to save a backup. What I'm going to do is do V2. Let's undo this. We'll make a new version 2, and then we'll hook it up. Now, fortunately, by doing this, I lost all my cached animations, heroes, and all that, but I'll just load them again. Also, my cat Mega Kitty is sleeping. She might grace us with her presence later. Alright, log ride V2. Here we go. Now hook this in later. This will be a new version. And let's stop using my CPU on animating this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's in place. Alright, this will be a backup. It's not easy to change. Okay, so first things first. That's for the server. We no longer want this to be replicated, but we'll get to that. Is paused. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Current path time. That's where it starts. Okay, for starters, we're going to make this always happen. If you're not the server, not paused. And I think pausing. I don't think this should matter unless you're the server. pause false. When is it set to pause? I'm trying to understand the pause, because I did this over, I think, maybe a year ago now. Find for full speed, stop the log, and wait for a reset. I should only just need... I don't think I need to do that even. Authority will wait for the initial delay. Also, I don't think it ever responds... Does this respond to any... Oh, it doesn't respond to any match events. Good. Alright, so here's what we'll do. We're going to do the initial delay. Set new working now. Actually, you should say... Take it back. If it's greater than 0... Okay, so we already have that delay there. Then when that's done, then we send an RPC out. Multicast RPC. Start... traverse spline. This is a multicast event, reliable. Okay, so that happens for everybody, and I'm going to set this aside. Okay, so this calls on every instance. Every instance will set their, let's see, we're going to make a new Boolean, is traversing spline, or is, what's a better name for that? That's, how about, yeah, traversing spline. Alright, so this happens in every instance, and then we set the current path time to 0. And that's all that should happen. We're going to not make this replicated anymore. And neither is this replicated. We're probably going to delete that, in fact. Alright, so then this is, again, called on every instance to start traversing versal. Alright. Alright, have a good walk. And then we go to the tick. And let's just ignore the rest of what we had before. It's fresh start is traversing spline, which by the way is a transient, so let's mark it as such. That's true. Let me do two things. I think we will copy this part. We're going to update the current time based on the elapsed time. Maybe just do it down here. And then this looks like we should carry it over. And I like to have these aligned like that. Current path time is greater than path duration seconds. Actually, I want to do less. I want me to do it like this. If we're traversing, then we do this. Let's move all this down. All right. And then when we're done, then we set this to false. And then if we're the server, then we delay and we do this over again. I think. Let me see what the other one did. Yeah, it's paused. Okay, pause duration seconds. Okay. So we don't want to use the initial delay. We want to use pause duration seconds. And actually, that should never be 0. Well, it could be, though. But it should never be 0. So let's bring this back. Make it robust. Okay. So let's test this single player first. And we're going to do this in a special way. Instead of playing the game, what we're going to do is just do a free roam, and we'll see what happens. And I see nothing. I see nothing. So what's going on? Let's look at the log. Oh, I didn't hook it. No. Here we go. All right, let's do this. Take it from the top. Okay, initial delay. Oh, my bad. This should have been hooked up. Like this. All right, and then we'll have to do that for, I think I forgot here as well. Hey, welcome back. All right, so we got that, and then we got this. That's better. Now it should work. Now we send the RPC out. Yeah, that's it. This is, for those of you not familiar with Unreal Engine, this is called Blueprint. It's a visual, sort of visual programming, as it were. Okay. And the RPC is called Traversing Spine. Okay. So let's do a free roam and see that they work. All right, that one's working. Let's try the other one. Okay, good. Now, the real test here, which is, does this work smoothly on the network? Oh, and does it still smash players? And because I didn't take the smashing part out, it should work. So let's go back to log ride. Smashing code's down here. Unhooked blueprint here. Let's get rid of this. Bring this back up. And then we're going to do network test as client with latency. Okay, let's see how this works. And I'm going to do, oh, I can't do that mode. All right, we'll have to wait for everything to load. It's kind of like GMS2's drag and drop style. Does, oh, okay. Is that's Godot? Oh, look at that. Oh, it was stuck and now it's moving. And there's the other one moving too. Game Maker Studio. Okay. Right. And why am I not getting it? Okay, there's the countdown. All right, let's see how this looks. Oof, yeah, it's loading. Okay, so it's loading everything. Let's let it load animations. You see in the top left corner of my screen the text that appears. But look, now it's smooth. Let's watch a few more times. 276 ping. All right. Oh, whoa. All right, let's look at that again. Oh, Tone Day. I'm trying to do an experiment. Oh yeah, look at that. That's smooth. So, all right. So that looks good. And let me test that one more time. I'm gonna get knocked down on purpose. I want to make sure it works. Because I want it to knock down when it looks like it should knock me down. Oh, good. And yeah, I know my feet don't get wet and my feet don't go in the water. I know. I'll have to look into that. Oof. I love that. All right. So now that it looks like it works, but I want to go through this logic one more time. I want to make sure this is. Wait a minute. We have a begin overlap. Oh. Yeah, no poison. Yeah, it's a good point. There's no poison there, but I could put a poison trigger there and add it easily enough. But I don't know. I don't like that taking damage just across the field. All right, so let's look at this again. Populate the cache, or that is, we cache the spline. Actually, that's an odd name. Let's say cache spline. Cache path spline. Okay, it's valid. If it's not valid, then no ticking, so nothing will happen if there's no spline. If there's no spline, that's like an error condition. That should never happen. But it also means we don't get in trouble either. So then the authority, so everyone else, only the authority does stuff from here. The authority will wait the initial delay, if there is one, and then do the first traversal. So we'll say cache the spline, and have the server kick off the first traversal. Okay, first log ride. Okay, this is called every instance starts a traversal, and this is reliable RPC. What that means is there are two kinds of remote procedure calls, as they call them. Those are messages sent to everyone in the game. There's two flavors. There's reliable and unreliable. Unreliable means it may not ever get called if the network is busy. So, and that's for like cosmetic stuff. Things that don't matter. If the message never gets through, not a big deal. Because the reliable ones need to get through. And this is definitely because this is not just a cosmetic thing. This is actually affecting players. This is reliable. I consider it reliable, so we're going to do that. So in every tick, let's see, is traversing spline. Traverse, have the log ride traverse the spline. If the traversal is complete, then stop until a subsequent RPC is sent by the server. Okay, that looks good to me. And it's important to comment your code, not just for yourself, but for others who may be maintaining it one day. Alright, so damage, this is just damage. Already got comments here, we're fine. And only the authority can do this. So, yeah, this looks good to me. I'm going to turn off the emulation for now, and back to standalone. Take the backup. So, not only does this fix our slowness problem, but it also takes some pressure off the network. Because prior to this change, there were two. Oops, that should not be transient. And that should be like that. Okay. So we had two variables that were changing over the network. Current path time was sent every tick. So that was actually causing a lot of network traffic. The other is paused, which was sent sometimes. And not even used anymore, I don't think. Nope. And that's gone. As soon as my editor stops freezing up, it'll be gone. It's checking for dependencies right now. Thank you. There. All right, we are good. Okay, we're knockdown impulse still there. All right, so I think the log ride is in good shape. Let me test it again. Solo. Oh, what does that have to do with anything? Critical group portrait. Oh, that has nothing to do with this level. Yep, there's that log ride going. Oh yeah, the late joiner, I forgot. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Late joiners, it won't. I need to send a message to... Okay, so this works when everyone's new, but late joiners need to catch up. So if I join a game in progress, I should not... the log ride should be in the proper place. Let me double check something here. Late join component. I forgot how this works. It's been over a year since I implemented this. Actually, no. You know what? I think a late joiner will start with the log ride not even doing anything. I think that's fine. Because they'll be spending their time choosing their hero and then waiting for the next match. I don't think it's going to be his problem, but we'll see what playtests uncover. So when you make a network game, you have to think about late joiners. Okay, I don't have it in the blend. Okay, so I think we're good now. So I can commit this. And I'm going to keep the backup around for a while, too. Could make the field muddy and claw slips. Yeah, I could. Actually, in the Unknown Ruins, there's a place where... If there's some heavy shrubs and you can go through them, but they're slowly. You get a speed penalty trying to run through them. All right, log ride made log ride. What is that? Slog bog log ride perform well in high latency environments and reduce network traffic costs. I always like to reduce network traffic costs. Okay, so that's fixed, and now back to my master list. That is fixed. So that just leaves me with, again, I'm going to resolve this by replacing the milliseconds counts with a signal bar so that we can, it'll be easier to kind of see if your lag is good or bad. Alt-tabbing freezes the game. I got to repro this. General latency issues, engine upgrade. So I think the feedback is covered. So here's what's going to happen now. I'm probably going to sign off and have some dinner. It's starting to get late in the evening, and I don't want to go to bed hungry. So I'm going to show you real quick where we are with the big roadmap, and then I'm going to rate us off to another game developer. So right now we are in the closed beta Steam playtest, and if you missed it, here is the link to the store page. So I want to get more people testing the game. We've only got about 170 playtesters and like almost nobody playing. So that's just something I'm going to have to try to build some excitement around. Reaching out to content creators, news aggregators, and socials to want to help beta test. So I've only gotten about, only about 170 testers, only about 260-ish wish lists since this past May. And I do need to make a press release or two But then I'm going to shift gears a bit and focus less on a call to action on wish listing and playtesting, signing ups for playtests, and just kind of relax a bit. Maybe get more engaged with other indies games, with other games in general. Don't just make threads, but read threads and reply to threads. Just kind of establish yourself a bit, and maybe kind of post from time to time. Hey, did you know that I use spreadsheets for the heroes? And I can tell you more about how that works, and then show off the actual CSV files that I use for the hero health and all that, like this. This is actual file that I track the hero damage and speed with. So, and I hook it up to the game itself. It's pretty neat. And then this table hooks up to heroes here of CT. And then this is where I control the hero health and movement speed and all that stuff. It's all data driven. So I can tell more about that and kind of talk about that stuff on socials. So that's kind of the plan right now. And the holidays are coming up. I kind of want to rest a bit. It's been a very busy year, and I want to rest too. And looking for any other indie fests. Steam has great fests, but I'm looking for other fests that I could join and maybe even play other people's games and maybe find bugs in their games. And then next fest, actually, I'm not going to make February. It's going to be middle 2026. Early access will be after the next fest. And then get out early access. So, feature list, 5v5 PvP. Do I know, I hope I pronounce it right, Jitsbo? I don't. So I got the feature list here. I still need to get a few more fields in, and the leaderboard's hooked up. And you can also make your own fields too. I have my own creator toolkit for that, so you can make your own fields and share them on Steam Workshop. And achievements, got to get that in too. So there's still a bit of work left to do. So yeah, that's the roadmap for now. But yeah, who is, let's see, he's doing indie video. He's 15 seconds long, showing off indie games. I'll look him up. So what I do is I wonder if I can show you this. Let's see, online presence. I gotta make a note about that. Even if it's 15 seconds, I'm cool with that. So yeah, here's are some of the ones I hit in contact. So I'll add this to the list. He needs it by December. Okay. All right. Yeah, that I can do. I can. This is obviously it's playtest beta build, but it's still pretty rugged for a beta. So I'll put that in the list. You can kind of see some of the other places I still haven't posted on yet. And I'm building up a database of influencers and news outlets as well. Still working on that though. So yeah, all right. Well, I'll look for them and reach out. And I still got a few others to reach out as well. There's like 250 streamers. Haven't gone through this yet. Yep, I gotta go through this. So I've gone through about 24 so far, and I've only had one reply, and it's kind of a business agreement kind of thing. So I'm open to that, but just and Mogu, thanks for the follow. Okay, so let me. I'm glad you followed. I am starting to sign off though to get some dinner. So yeah, and I need to build a new playtest and deploy it on Steam. So I got some stuff to do tonight. I usually stream Monday evenings at 7 p.m. Central Time. I'd like to do another Wednesday play test at 6 p.m. Central Time, but Monday is definitely when I'm going to stream. I don't know. I don't usually stream Saturday or Sundays though, but we'll see. So let me find another developer to rate off to. Who's on right now? Let's see who's on. All right. Yeah, we got details in that link. Yeah, we got Matt's Bird's Quest. He's always fun to watch. Let me rate us up to Matt Bird's quest. He's working. I don't even know what he's working on half the time, but it's cool. It's fun to watch. So we'll do that, and I hope to see you all again next week. Maybe Monday, maybe Wednesday. And again, if you are an indie streamer, tell me, and I will follow you, and hope to support your project too. So, yep. Hey, you have a good one too, and I will catch all of you next week, I think. So, yeah, have a good night, have a good afternoon, good morning, and good evening.